Is that for sure confirmed?
Yeah.
Great. Okay, guys. Sorry, I don't know what happened there. We lost you for a bit. Had to take an ad break. Technical problem. Technical problem. Yes, I don't know. But anyway, I don't know who missed what. But at the end of the day, it was really just about the singing and the dancing from the dogs. It was fantastic. All right, Karen. I have got a long list of questions here that we need to tackle. Otherwise we're going to be here all night, and I suspect that we're going to have at least another couple of sessions at a later date to be announced where we can actually answer a lot of these. So I think what I'm going to do is just go through them as thoroughly as we can. We might not be able to get through all your questions, so my apologies. But I must say it's been a great response. And here goes. Dan Loves Zebras has posted a question for us. Would like to know a list of antelope in the surrounding area and which animals live there that do not come down to the waterhole. Well, I suppose that's an interesting question.
I think what we see the least is the reedbuck. Yeah. I mean, they're close to my house even, they stay there, and they always, you can hear them whistle. You hear them, but if you see them at night, but never in day.
Yeah, I remember right from the beginning, last year, we did see them a few times in the evening. But, so I mean, okay, the reedbuck is probably one of the rarest, but I suppose there's also the small guys, the small bucklers, like the grey duiker, the steenbokkies, that do come down, but not that often. Do you ever see nyala here?
No.
Nyala do occur in this area, but this is not ideal habitat for them. The drainage line and the open area is too open, but I know, for example, just further north, within 5 kilometers of where we are, there are nyala. But interesting that they don't come down to the water.
Yeah, we see them very often on Gary Main, just west of the camp, a few kilometers, about 4 or 5 kilometers west of Nkorho.
Okay.
You will find them. And then rhino, I mean, the other day when we saw rhino in daytime, it was like when we all went mad. It's like when we shouted and calling everybody, come and look, it's so...
I've got a question here about from Dolly 7530. Hi Dolly 7530. We used to have rhinos come up to the waterhole every evening. Now I haven't seen any in a while. Where they're living nearby, or they left the area. Now I know from my own experience is that this whole eastern border, we're bordering the Kruger National Park here, and we're directly opposite a large wilderness area in the south of the Kruger National Park, and particularly during winter there's no permanent water.
Yeah.
So they come over, and they're quite shy rhino, and they come over at night. Normally around, that's the Diedrich's cuckoo. You can hear just flying over us now. Diedrich. And the rhino come in, and now that we've had some rain, there are some puddles around that I've seen. And I think as a result, the rhino aren't coming through, or certainly not the Kruger National Park rhino that come in this direction. It's my problem. Is my car not starting? Sorry guys, we've got a bit of a power phone. We drove power from the car.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Is it right?
Yeah,
okay. So the rhino coming. So obviously now with the water that is down the ground, so the rhino coming up. Would you agree with that?
Yes. I think it's like that with the most of the animals. In the beginning of summer, it was like that. We didn't see zebra, wildebeest, impala for like weeks. Yeah, just like at least a week. Yeah, so they draw moisture from the things that they eat.
Okay.
As well, you can see how green the salt is. So they draw moisture from the grass and the leaves and everything.
Well, I must say, I feel very thirsty just sitting here. I know it is sundowners, and for you guys in kind of the western and more western part of the world from us, you're certainly just waking up. We're definitely at sundowner time, and if I was an animal, I don't think I'd be drinking from the waterhole. I'd probably be diving into the waterhole. It must be, I don't know, what is it, about 55 degrees Celsius?
Yeah.
What's it, about 100, 105 Fahrenheit? So it's warm. I've got some more questions here. My question, does anyone know, this is from Blue-Eyed Libra. Hi. My question is, does anyone know how many lions and leopards live in the area?
I would say probably about 7 leopards that we know.
Okay.
That we see.
That's habituated leopards that are used to vehicles and
Yeah. Okay. And lions, we've got a new male that nobody knows.
Okay.
And then we've got the 6 tribe, and then the Nkorho.
And then we got that Kruger female?
Yes, and the Kruger female.
Yeah.
The Nkorhos, they are beautiful lions.
I know when I first came to the Sabi Sands, it was, I don't know, about 12 years ago, something like that, I can't remember exactly. But we had, going up into Gari, Torchwood area and up into Bokos of Manyaretti, we had a pride of 18 lions, and I remember that was a massive pride that used to come through Nkorho down into Cheetah Plain and down into northern Mala. I think one stage it got up to about 22 lions, although I never saw that group, but I heard rumours of it. At that stage it was a male lion coalition of 3. The largest male lion coalition I've seen here with my own eyes was 5, and that was about probably 6 or 7 years ago. But we've got quite a few questions about Nkorho, the coalition, and I mean it sounds like there's what, six male lions there.
Yeah.
Sounds frightening.
They are pretty frightening.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, they were in the west, and then the other night, it was a few weeks ago, can you remember when, but Friday night, we found them on our driveway.
Yes.
And then they came past the fan.
Yes.
Yeah, there were only 4 of them, so I don't know where the other 2 were.
No, I must say I remember one of the first kind of realizations living in the bush when 10, 15 years ago when I first came into the bush was I'd always seen lions from the vehicle. And I mean, even a male lion from the vehicle looks large, but I remember the first time ever seeing a male lion on foot standing up. You cannot comprehend the size of this creature.
Or the sound.
It's absolutely massive. I mean, okay, our lions in this area don't get to like the Toshapan Namibian lions of like 250 kilograms. But, we certainly get to probably the 200s, the 180s, 200, and, but that is an absolutely massive animal. I mean, I'm 6'5" and 3/4, call it 6'6", and I get the sensation I'm looking eye to eye with them. Obviously that's not true, but, they're absolutely massive. And then, that's one thing seeing one male lion, but, seeing 5, 6 big male lions, it doesn't seem like you can ever be safe with those type of animals around, hey?
I was scared that night.
Yes.
I remember.
Yeah, they're pretty famous around here, if you can say that. They're known as like the gangsters.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Well, how many are
good
there?
reputation.
There's six of them, and actually, in fact, there's a question that was asked by Agila was about this coalition. And it turns out that Agila, I can answer your question, or at least from what we've been informed, is that one of the males hasn't been killed by a crocodile. It was, in fact, another male lion. Last Sunday, I think it was, Aaron said that he had personally seen 5, plus a 6th with mating with a female on the airstrip. So they are very much alive and well. But it's a massive coalition. I think it's one thing that you need to remember with big lion coalitions, particularly in an area like this where male lion coalitions generally are in the 2s and the 3s. As soon as you've got a male lion coalition of about 6, it's really like living in some of those neighborhoods all over the world where gangs have taken over.
Yeah.
They completely dominate and they completely wipe out. And, they've moved through from the southern Sabi Sands through to the northern Sabi Sands. They've pushed out any male lion that's probably over the age of 2 years old. They've been running for their lives. Any big males that were stubborn, I can imagine. So it's absolute drama, and I think, Gabby, as you're saying, that people are actually genuinely concerned about it. But at the end of the day, I suppose that's just how it is. I mean, that's nature. Nature works in weird and mysterious and sometimes cool ways, but that's how it is. But absolutely, it must be a sight. I mean, Alice is saying that you guys seeing about every 10 days to 14 days you're seeing that coalition. So I think if you guys want to come and see that coalition with your own eyes, I think now's the time to come.
Yeah.